welcome back to another episode of This Might Not Land, a podcast that will always pass the Bechdel test and have some opinions that just might not land with everyone.
That's okay.
And we are your hosts. I'm CJ Guess.
I'm Jasmine Twineham.
And this is This Might Not Land.
And we're happy to be back for another week.
Another week of what?
Deconstruction. Another week of hell.
After my episode last week, we had some pretty crazy storms. So let's hope it doesn't happen again this week.
Yeah.
Jasmine, what have you been reading this week?
Absolutely nothing.
I feel like I also haven't read much this week.
I know. I started to read The Hours again because I was like, okay, this is my favorite book. This will get me back into reading. And then I just have not read. So that's why I overconsume reading, because if I stop and get out of the groove of it,
you stop.
Then I stop and I don't want to read again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I haven't really read anything except for random stuff on the internet.
Oof.
Which is arguably heavier than whatever.
I was going to say, I bet your mental health has been good this week.
Wow, New York Times is like always sending me notifications and I'm like, consume. Anyway, but have you... Oh, you finished a book.
I did. I finished a book this morning. I feel like it took me a long time, but I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl today.
That's so awesome. I'm so excited.
It's so good. And now my only thing is like, I'm debating between, do I want to get the audiobook for the next book, or do I want to just get the Kindle version again and actually read it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could get the Kindle version, you know?
Yeah. And then you just have it.
Either way, I have to buy it somehow. So like I could get the Kindle version and read it with the same voices that there used to be, or I can get the audiobook and risk the audiobook reader not having the voice I need him to have.
That's like a deal breaker for me. If someone doesn't have no offense, if someone doesn't have a good voice,
yeah,
I can't listen.
Or like,
I hope no one feels that way about us though, by the way.
I have like a thing where like if the accent's too strong, I have a hard time because I have to slow it down so much, and then I feel like it takes me too long to read.
Oh yeah, I feel like we talked about that because that's how I get with like C.S. Lewis books, or particularly if someone has very strong Scottish accent, like way Highlands that are
Scottish or like, Irish are the two that are just like, I'm like, I can't understand what you're saying.
It's like very difficult.
But I have to slow it down and like, I don't know.
Actually listen.
Yeah, yeah. So I think I'm just going to buy it on Kindle, probably. But
do it.
I'm also almost finished with another book that I started today.
Okay, what is it?
It's a smut book. It's called...
No, we lost another one.
It's called Body Check?
Body Check.
I think it's called Body Check. It's about hockey. They're always about hockey.
I'd be into that.
Yeah, Body Check by L. Kennedy.
Is it hot?
Kind of. Like, I think there wasn't enough of a story in this one, but I've heard her books are really good, so I'll try another one.
Is it hetero?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boring.
No, not heated rivalry. Anyway, yeah, it's cute.
Okay.
It's fine. I think
Hello?
I think I got to the climax.
Is that innuendo or
that's when I stopped reading. So.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Well, I have not read any books, but I did watch my first Christopher Nolan film, Interstellar.
Okay.
And
I've heard good things.
3 hours long. Y'all gotta stop with these 3 hour long movies. I just can't. It's like my attention span, it's not good. But I'm like, you know what? I'll watch it, see what the hype is, because I've had people tell me to watch it. And it's Matthew McConaughey, which people think he's hot. I really don't. I don't think
he's hot either.
Okay, good. Well, no offense, Matthew, but
all right.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
This is okay.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's okay. So it was interesting. Anne Hathaway was in it.
Queen.
This movie does not, it barely passes the Bechdel test. Like, barely.
Yeah.
Barely. But anyway, I think it was about I really started liking it about 45 minutes from it being over. Because it was, I was questioning everything I've ever known in life. And then I felt like my brain broke, low key. And then I was like crying at one point, and then it was over. And so.
And that's the story of my day.
Yeah. And that's how my day went, in case anyone wondered. But, yeah, it was very all over the place. And it's like his highest rated film. I would probably not watch it again unless someone asked me to. But
2 out of 10 would not watch it again.
I think I'd give it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd because cinematically it is beautiful, and the story is just really heavy and very long. I like a heavy story in like 90 minutes. Like make it make it that. But anyway,
fun.
That's my excitement, I guess.
Has there been like a topic on your mind this week?
I always have things on my mind, I fear.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything.
Okay.
I'm kind of brain dead.
Understandable.
Easter was yesterday. And that's pretty popular in Christian culture.
I genuinely woke up and did not realize it was Easter.
Oh my gosh. I heard so many people say that.
Until Harris called me and said, he is risen. Also, what the fuck?
Shout out to Harris. That's awesome.
So then I was like, oh, it's Easter.
Yeah.
I woke up and just started reading. I was like, I gotta get through this book today.
Funny. Yeah. Isn't it interesting as you grow up, the days just feel normal. It's like, oh, this isn't, where did the magic come from when I was younger?
You have to make it. You go from experiencing the magic to having to make the magic.
Okay, so it was other people around me that were making the magic happen.
Yeah. Also, maybe your imagination a little bit.
My imagination was awesome as a child.
Yeah.
Very
Mine too.
vivid. Yeah.
I used to play whole games with just my imagination.
Yeah, watch whole movies.
Yeah. No, I legitimately did that because I watched Barbie, Princess and the Pauper so much growing up.
Yeah,
that like I could lay in bed and replay the whole movie in my mind.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
I low-key still kind of do that as an adult. So when you're like, Jasmine. And I'm, yes?
What?
Yes? Hello? Hey,
what's up?
It's probably because I'm really thinking about something or didn't hear you or both. I'm rewatching a movie in my brain.
That's fair.
Probably B-movie, but...
Oh my God.
That's the other thing I watch. I watch B-movie and Interstellar in the same night. Yeah.
What a 180.
Genuinely, yeah. Gotta keep people on their toes. What's she gonna watch next? What's she gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Hell if I know. I just make it up. Which that movie is so funny.
I hate B-movie.
It's so fun.
I watched it at 8 years old and I thought to myself, this is the dumbest movie I've ever seen.
Okay.
And then I said, I'm never watching that again. And I've never watched it again.
This proves your theory, though, about people that have watched SpongeBob and have a sense of humor. And I'm going to bring up Wesley.
Mm-hmm.
He would find this movie so funny.
He loves B-movie.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This, it makes sense that you hate it, though. Because
it's bestiality. It's disgusting.
No,
it's so gross.
Good. It's so funny.
It's so not. Anyway.
There's so many lines. Anyway, but that makes sense. And I digress. Whatever.
Ask me what's been on my mind this week.
What's been on your mind?
Have I told you about the cow thing?
No. Oh, no.
Okay.
Moo.
So legitimately, I've thought about this like 4 or 5 times this week.
Okay.
Because I keep...
Oh, that's why you asked me. Because you wanted me to ask you. Okay, tell your thing that doesn't matter so I can tell you what I've really been thinking about.
Okay, so listen.
Okay.
So with my job, I drive a lot. So like sometimes I end up on back roads and I've passed so many cows this week.
Right.
And I keep seeing cute little babies.
Aww.
And I'm like, I was passing
Heifer.
every time. I'm like, a calf?
No. I don't know where I got that from. Isn't that a female cow? Right?
I think so.
Someone tell us is a heifer a baby cow or a female?
No, it's definitely not a baby cow because a baby cow is a calf.
Oh, duh. Well, I was homeschooled. Anyway, sorry. Just forget I said that. Moving on.
Heifer.
Jesus.
Anyway, so I've been passing a whole bunch of cows this week, and I keep thinking to myself, like, I could just pull over and jump the fence and go hang out with the cows.
Yes.
Like, I could just, just get some cow time. And then every single time I get this intrusive thought of me in high school visiting Dominique's house. My best friend growing up was Dominique.
Shout out to Dominique. You're wonderful.
And is still one of my best friends.
Slay.
She's my best Ohio friend. Anyway.
Right.
So she had a cow, like it was her cow, and it hated me.
Aww.
Like, I kid you not, like if I was in the barn, it would like be going crazy, like running around the stall. Like it wouldn't let Dominique like brush her or like feed her or anything. Like it was so bad that like anytime Dominique had to go in the stall with the cow, she had to ask me to leave the barn.
What?
Because the cow hated me so much.
Oh my gosh.
It was so bad. And so then I think to myself, like, surely it's not all cows that hate me, right? Like,
right. You got to redeem that. I don't know.
It had to have just been her cow. So then, like, when I'm driving past these fields, I'm like, I could go in there and just sit with the cows. But then I'm like, but would they hate me?
They hate me.
And then I'm like, but would I get trampled to death? And then I'm like, but is
Ooh.
it a risk I'm willing to take? Maybe.
Honestly,
because they're so cute.
I'm so pro this. Genuinely, I'm so serious. When I love sheep specifically. I want to hold sheep. And I was staying on a farm in Scotland. There were sheep everywhere. And I said, Rachel, I'm going to jump the fence. And that was like the one thing I wanted to do. That and see a Highland cow. Did not see a Highland cow. Also did not hold a sheep. She was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Tell me why I fucking listen.
Why didn't you do it?
Yes.
Why didn't you just ask the people you were with, hey, can I hold your sheep?
I said, I'm sure literally there's animals everywhere. As an animal owner, I would be happy if someone wanted to hold my animal.
Right.
So that's one of my biggest life regrets.
Maybe not with like calves though, because like they're little babies. I feel like the moms would be like really mean.
Sure. Wait,
so
like lambs, or are you talking about?
I'm talking about cows.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean, maybe take the calf away from the mom.
Yeah.
But then she'd be really angry, so don't do that. So I think the answer is to not do it.
So I think we should
wildlife.
Well,
because like cows and sheep aren't domesticated though. I think sheep is a little different than cows.
They're kind of stupid.
I've seen cows be real mean.
They can be scary. You get a hoof out of nowhere.
Trust me.
Did I ever tell you about that one time I was kicked in the eye by a goat and I lost my vision?
No.
Oh, well, I had a goat growing up, and well, this is quite a traumatic story. I got this goat, loved her. I named her Flicka after the movie about a horse.
Flicka the goat.
Yeah. And my mom was holding her. It was either her or the other one that we had. I don't remember. I just remember I got kicked in the eye. The hoof scratched my cornea. I lost my vision. One of the worst pains. And
ouch.
It was terrible. Anyway, I was like, no, it's just a baby. I didn't understand, blah, blah. Yeah, they died a week later in a fire in our backyard. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, genuinely. Traumatizing.
You had a fire in your backyard? Like, did it get to your house?
No, but it burned our garage, like part of it. So, like, the pen that they were in caught fire because they kicked the heating lamp down. Hay caught fire. Shed caught fire. Part of the garage caught fire. Burning goat smell in air while watching Back to the Future. I still miss them. I really just dropped that lore. I'm so sorry.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah, it was very sad. But I feel like a strong connection to farm animals. I just want to lay with them and stuff.
I just want to farm.
Yeah.
Not actually. I just want like one or two of each animal.
Yeah.
I don't want like a herd of cows.
Oh, okay.
I just want like one or two. I texted Dominique this like thought process I had, and she was like, just get a miniature cow. And I was like,
and you're like, Jasmine already lives with us.
I said, check. she's like, just get a miniature cow. And I was like, I've tried, but Wesley won't let me. And she was like, just sneak it in. And I was like, yeah, let me just sneak a miniature cow in our house. Honestly, if we owned, I might.
Yeah.
But since we rent, but if we ever own,
Yeah.
Wesley better watch out. We're going to get a cow.
Yeah, you got to get a cow.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm for it. I support you.
Thank
Women
you.
supporting women.
Thank you.
Women's rights to own farm animals.
To own a cow. So, Jasmine, tell me about your church experience.
That's like, it's such a loaded question. It's not a question. Oh, wait, it is a question. Huh?
I was making fun of what you did. That's such a loaded question.
I know. That's my Miranda Priestley, if anyone's watched Devil Wears Prada. Or my Meryl Streep. She does that. She's like, when she gets uncomfortable, she messes with her neck and her glasses and her hair. Anyway. Okay, so I grew up in church, unfortunately. And, well, it might not be unfortunate because I am grateful for some aspects of it. However, what the exactly. Thank you. And I went to the same church from the age of 2 to about 16 or 17. And very big Protestant, non-denominational, but very charismatic.
People yelling.
Speaking in tongues. Spiritual gifts. You don't have the full Holy Spirit unless you speak in tongues. But for some reason, every week it was the same couple people that had the tongue, and only the pastor had the interpretation. And I'm just like, that doesn't sit right with me. I don't understand how that makes sense. Also, go ahead. Sorry.
How old were you when you think you started being like, that doesn't make sense?
I've questioned everything since I was born. I probably like 7, to be honest, because they would take, this sounds terrible, but they would take kids like into one of the Sunday school rooms and be like, we need to pray over you that you speak in tongues. And it's just very weird. So kind of just like, I don't know. I really can't think of what age I was because genuinely I have always questioned everything.
Yeah.
But I would say like, that was just kind of how life was. It was like, okay, every church is like this maybe. Well, you really never thought about going to another church because that church.
That's your church.
Is your church. They only have the truth. No one else does. My friends, if someone tells you that, get the hell out of there.
They probably don't have the truth.
Get out of there. Like, it's such a terrible mentality. And so I'm in this church about when I was like 14. Actually at 10 I was baptized because I was forced to watch Passion of the Christ, and then my parents were like, you did that to him, you did that to Christ. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you can't say oh my gosh, I guess I have to get baptized because like I don't want to go to hell.
For it.
Yeah. Like and I felt like a very empathetic child. Everything made me cry. What's changed really? But so I was like, okay, I guess I have to do that. And so my 2 of my younger siblings were baptized that Easter. Honestly, couldn't really tell you about that day. I just remember being baptized and like dunked twice because my dad didn't fully submerge me.
On a side note, I remember, okay, this is like my trauma from being baptized.
Yeah.
When I was baptized, nobody told me that my feet would slip out from under me. And so I got really scared, and I genuinely believed that. Well, I didn't flail because I didn't want to make a scene, but I genuinely believe that's about the age I stopped liking swimming.
Oh,
yeah,
that makes sense.
I've like traced it back because I used to love swimming, and then all of a sudden it just switched, and I hated swimming, and I think it's because I got baptized, and my feet slid out from under me, and it scared me.
Don't get baptized, JK.
Anyway, that's just a little bit of my lore.
Yeah. Okay, so.
But you had to get dunked twice because your dad didn't fully submerge you.
Thanks, Dad. Love you. Whatever. So, yeah. And then I still, I was like, okay, what do I really do? I don't know. I continued to look at porn because, like, what else do you do?
Yeah.
Again. Like, And just being in the household I found anything to escape in my imagination, whatever. But when I was about 14, I was like, well, maybe I should start taking this seriously. And there was a family in the church that was like super serious. And I was like, oh, this must be what it's like to follow Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that's not it. That's what it's like to follow legalism. And so it really affected parts of me that crushed my self-worth and what other people thought of me. And I was accused by this person, another person, and my own mother for things that I would never think of doing. And it just was really hurtful. And I was just really confused because I read the Bible and would see Jesus as who he shows himself to be, a kind and loving person that welcomes people. And I always felt like really, really broken. And I could relate to Jesus because he felt like a real tangible person.
Right.
That wasn't out to get me. Didn't like God. Could tell you that because it was just weird. I just couldn't make some of the things make sense. Like, okay, well, God seems really angry and doesn't like anyone, but also like he created everyone. And why do we call him he? And, all of the things. But I feel like I really started to question everything right when I met you. So when I was 17.
That makes sense.
And that's when I was like, so what do you think about abortion? Because then, I still, obviously, like, at that time, I was still kind of, not kind of, I totally was pro-choice. And just didn't know. I just had so many questions. Just so many questions. Like, when you grow up in a church like that, you're just, like, told what to believe. And this is what we do. Don't question it. You're told not to. Well, also, my dad was a deacon in the church. And someone from the family that I was friends with got my dad removed from that because...
I didn't know this.
Yeah. Because she was saying that my dad was teaching heresy that he didn't align with the church. And so it was just like taken from my dad. And now my dad is not a perfect person. No one is. But my dad definitely believes in freedom of the whole person, which I can respect. Somewhat other ways, I do not respect him. Love you, Dad. You know that. But... so like that was really, not good. And my parents just also fought with them all the time. It was always a problem. But it was like really hard for me because I grew up really not feeling loved ever. And I was like, I think these people love me. I think they care about me. But it was just basically what I had grown up with, just in a different font. And so it was like, okay, it's familiar enough. But also still different. And so it affected a lot of what I did. But yeah, right around 17 is when I was just like, I don't know, this is interesting and I still want to be in church, but it gives me a lot of anxiety. And I was told that my anxiety about going to church was just the enemy trying to keep me away. And turns out when you're in a place that hurts you continually, your nervous system is saying, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Yep.
And I think part of that was, I grew up in a pretty abusive household, and that sucks. So when I would talk to people about it in church, like, this is what's going on, I was just told to submit and respect and honor. Submit and honor your parents. I had a really hard time with that because I'm like, I'm really struggling. And it's like, you're looking at me and saying, I don't care.
Yeah.
Just turn a blind eye.
Yep.
And it would just make me so angry. So angry. And that also added to the feeling of not, feeling loved or
not listened to.
Not listened to. It's like, okay, does what I say have any weight? And then, stuff I would say as a teenager would be taken and twisted and put into this whole story. And I learned more about gossip and drama in church than I did Jesus. unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so when I started visiting other churches, I had someone who I've known for a very long time who told me that I was removing God's protection over my life because I was visiting other places. And I don't think that's how God works, to be honest. But again, it was, you need to submit to the pastor. He's your shepherd. Well, I believe that Jesus is my shepherd. So, and this is just crazy saying to a 17-year-old, by the way.
Agreed.
Like, what 60-year-old feels like that's okay? So that was really difficult, and I feel like I've just always tried to pave my own way, and there's always people, no, this is what you should do, this is what you should do, this is what you need to do. It's like, let me make up my own damn mind what I want to fucking do.
Yeah.
Like, just let me do it. So I was in and out of church for a while, and it wasn't ever like, I don't believe in Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Find Jesus very easy to believe. And it wasn't that I didn't necessarily believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I believe he's good.
Mm.
And so I was constantly just like wrestling with those things, because up until that point, I'm like, this thing has happened in my life, this thing has happened, this thing has happened. And I don't want to have like a victim mentality or anything. But it's like, how do you reconcile all of these things and being like, but God is so good. It's like, okay, where was he when that thing happened?
Right. And then like people will be like, I'm sorry that you've been hurt by the church. That was people, that wasn't God.
Ugh.
And it's like,
we are the hands that he has. We are the
like, I understand what you're trying to say there, because like, sure, there's a difference, but also like if a person from church or people from church are the ones that are constantly hurting me, and people outside of the church are not constantly hurting me, I don't think any human being is capable of truly separating that from God and people.
Right. It's just hard to.
Right.
It's very difficult, especially when you're just raised in it. And it's like, okay, this is how my brain was wired to work this way.
Right.
And so, I just kept going to different churches, on and off, church hopping, I guess, as we call it. And I know you and I had tons of conversations back and forth. And I think probably whenever we met, I've never been Calvinist. I don't know why I was going to say that.
I actually think your theology was starting to lean a little Calvinistic. When you came to visit me at school, a lot of the theology and like the teachers that you were listening to and like starting to trust were more Reformed.
Okay. Which is interesting.
So I was thinking about this, right? Because I remember one day calling you because I was just like, at this place where I was like, I'm still a Christian. Like, I still believe in God and I believe in Jesus, but I hate where the church is. Yeah. And I remember just thinking like, I think Jasmine is the only person I know that understands me there.
Oh, I hope I did.
And so like, that's the day I called you and I was like, Jasmine, I just want you to know I'm really thankful for you. And like, genuinely, I feel like you're my soul sister. But like, when you came to visit me at school, we talked a lot about theology because that's what I was in school for. So theology was on the brain. And like a lot of the pastors you would quote, I would be like, yeah, that's a Calvinist. Like he's a Calvinist. But then like you would also pull on like little strings and you'd be like, but I don't like this part of it. Yeah. But I like everything else he's saying, which like, again, was like right where I was like, I was also listening to more Reformed, like John Piper, Matt Chandler, for sure. All of those were ones I was listening to. But then if there was like little theological things I didn't like, I would just pull that string out. Yeah. And so I don't think you were ever, I mean, as far as what I've seen, like I've never seen you being like truly Calvinistic, but I've seen you following more Reformed theology.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, because the things I would pick out, I really love women. And I think that women have a say in life. Yeah. And Reformed theology does not support that.
Not much. No.
So
not much at all.
Yeah, it was just like lots of different questions, and I think everyone obviously inherently wants a place to belong. And for a long time, probably around the age of 18, I was like, I really want to visit a Catholic church. But, you know, growing up being told Catholics aren't Christians, they're going to hell, it's heresy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm not going to mess with that. And it just breeds a superiority. And really didn't like that. But I kept thinking like, oh, I really want to go there. I think that'd be really good.
Yeah.
Just to feel just a different setting.
What attracted you to a Catholic church? Because I feel like there's some like Episcopalians like follow a similar outline setting.
Yeah.
So like what specifically, Methodists sometimes use some like tradition. So like what specifically about the Catholic Church?
Great question, because that's what I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit. Was I feel like a lot of Protestant churches, at least the ones I have been in, there's not a real reverence for Christ. There's not just for any of it, period. We're putting people on a stage. It's just, there's so many things.
Yeah, we've like whitewashed Jesus in Protestant churches.
We've made, I hate to say this because Jesus is accessible to anyone that needs it or doesn't, whichever's fine. But we've made God and the whole thing too relatable sometimes. And it loses that like that separateness of me needing something bigger than myself. I guess. Does that make sense?
To credit Calvinist theology, more Reformed theology, I do think they do a better job at revering God than Wesleyan, Arminian, any of the other backgrounds. So it makes sense to me that you went from super charismatic Wesleyan probably to kind of leaning more Reformed to, but wait, there's more in Catholicism.
And I have had friends that have come along in my life that have been the kindest, most just joyful people. And I'm like, you have something that I don't have, and I would really like that. They were never like, oh, I'm Catholic, and like push it on you, because as Protestants, it's like, I'm a Christian, you need Jesus, you are a problem to be saved.
Yes.
You are a problem to be saved. And I could never relate with that. I hated evangelism. Like, it's just to be like, oh, hey, I know we just met, but by the way, you're going to hell. Do you know Jesus? What the fuck is that? That's so wrong.
It's like those Snapchat videos. You don't have Snapchat, but like you'll like go through reels or whatever, and then there'll be like a video, and sometimes I watch the snack ones, and without fail, there's always a comment on it that's just like, do you know your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Like, he has died for you and he loves you and all these things. And I'm like, you think you're going to get people through a Snapchat comment?
Yeah, that's insane. Well, anything can happen. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really.
Sure.
I try to be pretty optimistic. I try to be open to whatever people want to believe, because this is me and my own personal story. I don't want anyone else to believe what I believe.
Yeah.
Look, because I think faith is a very personal thing. And my journey has been way different than your journey. And your journey is way different than people you may come across. And so I don't like to force it on people, but yeah, I met these friends and they're just super wonderful. And then I'd find out they're Catholic. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You know, I thought about going, and I just still hadn't. And then last year I really got into spirituality, and I really love just to like sit and meditate and have some incense and just some really calming music. And because I really wanted to heal my nervous system. My nervous system has been shot for years, and this is the first time I feel like in my life that it's calmed down, and I'm really grateful. But yeah, so I was doing that, and that was really helping, and I really liked it. And then I was kind of going to a Baptist church for a little bit, just whenever I could on Sundays, and it was a pretty small congregation. It was like, okay, this is nice. This is probably the most that I've felt okay about a church. And then, so I just kept doing my woo-woo stuff because I'm very woo-woo, and I still incorporate that a lot into my life. And I would say still I'm more spiritual than I am religious, because my views on God are more of a spiritual view than this weird Protestant view of God, because I think God is abundant, and God and the universe are one, and wants to provide. It's kind of how I look at it. And then, so yeah, I kept kind of going back and forth in my head about, okay, should I visit a Catholic church? Should I do it? And there's this beautiful church. It's called the Cathedral of the Incarnation. It's on West End in Nashville. And I was just like, okay. It was one Tuesday after work. I got off of work early, like 30 minutes before there was a mass. And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to go to mass. So I ended up going, and I was shocked. Number one, it's beautiful. The church is beautiful.
Catholic churches are always beautiful.
Not to say that they're superior, but they're kind of superior when it comes to aesthetics.
I was going to say, like, traditional Methodist churches are really pretty too.
Yeah. So I like went in there, and I of course had like watched YouTube videos before, because I'm like, I've heard people say there's like, you gotta kneel and you gotta stand, and there's all these things. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't know, I should be here. Like, what do I do? So I go in, I dip my finger in the holy water, and I make the sign of the cross and go kneel, get in the pew. And I sit kind of like to the side, and I kind of just watch everything happen. And I went in, I genuinely went in wanting to prove it wrong. Because as Protestants, that's what you do. You don't go into a conversation
with an open mind.
Yeah, you don't. That's just not what you do. That's not.
No, you go in to prove why you're right and they're wrong.
Exactly. And I was like, I'm going to sit, and I'm going to judge and be holier than thou. And it was like holy water washed over me. I was just like, this is so beautiful. And there's no weekday mass. There's no music. Like the choir is not there. But some services, they do add like a little bit of singing whenever they recite something. Some don't. They there's flexibility within the churches, but every mass you go to is exactly the same. And I have wanted stability my whole life. Yeah. And I love knowing that I could go to mass in Nashville, in Kentucky, here, Ohio, Rome, anywhere in the world, and it's going to be exactly the same. They also have incense. Not every mass or parish does the incense. Again, it's like, here's the parameters, and then you work with what you want within them. I really love it when they do the incense, because it's a whole sensory experience. All of your senses are engaged throughout a mass, which is healing for the whole body. So I really looked at it at the spiritual side from the things I had learned through like yoga and all of the things. I'm like, oh, wait, this is more than just a pastor in a pulpit preaching at you. I love that I don't know anything about the priest, low-key. Yeah. And listen, I know there are not good priests. I know that there's been stuff happening in the Catholic Church. But yeah, so I went, and, it was like 30 minutes. Don't take communion because it is the body and blood of Jesus.
Transubstantiation.
Transubstantiation. And so I actually don't think I went up that week, but you can go up, you cross your arms, you get a blessing from the priest, and then you just go sit back down. But I felt so peaceful after. I was like, wow, that was wonderful. And then I was like, I think I'm going to go again. And then I just started going as much as I could throughout the week. My favorite was when I got out of mass the one day, and the priest was sitting in the courtyard smoking a cigarette, leaned back in his chair, like, I'm like, you know what? He deserves that cigarette. He just heard everyone's confession. Let the man have a cigarette. Anyway, and I also have such a deep mother wound. And I have felt that in Christianity, the female presence is missing, at least in, Protestantism. And everyone thinks that Catholics worship Mary. They do not. But Mary is a very big part of Catholicism because she brought Jesus into the world. And so,
which is crazy to me that they don't allow female priests.
Yeah, it's interesting.
With like a regard for Mary, but they don't allow female priests is one of the things that I'm like, what?
Yeah, I still have questions sometimes like that because some of the things I don't fully understand. I want to. I did go to a class, and I want to keep going to the classes and just learning. But yeah, it's interesting that they don't. But they really hold the sisters and like the nuns in high regard at Mary.
Right.
All of the
yeah.
I will say, I think that the Catholic Church does respect women a little more than the churches that I have been in. Way more, actually. But especially when it comes to Mary, because in like the church I grew up in, Mary's just like a side character. But for Catholics, Mary's central to the faith because she said yes. She gave consent. And there's a lot of things. There's a lot of dogmas in the Catholic Church that I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I'm not Catholic. I can't be Catholic unless I go through OCIA and do all of the things. And
what's CIA?
OCIA is the Order of Christian Initiation for Adults, or Catholic Initiation of Adults. But you typically do it it starts in like September. You do it once a week. It's like a class with everyone all through basically the winter, and then Easter Vigil. So the night before Easter, you get confirmed, you get your first communion, and then you're Catholic. And I go back and forth on if I want to do it or not, because again, I feel like I'm way more spiritual than I am religious, I guess. But I definitely, it's been the thing I've most aligned with for myself personally in regards to like, I really love the liturgy, the again, the incense, the practice of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people find Mass boring. I read on Reddit threads. They're like, Mass is so boring. For me, it's really calming and centering. And I feel like it's just me and I get to just be there. But I definitely do have like hard things with it that I don't know if I would be allowed to be confirmed, because I do believe in abortion. And I do believe in gays. I love the gays. Love them.
We do believe in IVF
And one of the things, I wrote this down earlier, because this was very crazy to me for, growing up in a Protestant church, because the church demonizes gay people whose MO is to love, while failing to hold accountable the abusers and pedophiles that sit in their pews.
Yeah.
And I would just like to say, what the fuck? So I would consider myself, if I'm allowed to be confirmed, I would consider myself a liberal Catholic. I really align with the Pope. I think this new Pope is awesome because he really calls people on their bullshit and, in the most graceful, loving,
I've been
papal way that he can.
I've been appreciating him coming out and being like, why would he accept your prayers when they're filled with blood?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so much appreciation for him in that. So, I'm still like learning, and I know we joke that, I'm always like, I hate the church, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, okay, you literally just got home from church.
No, I have a respect for it. I think for me, I have a hard time sometimes. I respect people that love their church, and want to continue seeking. I have a respect for that. I think that there's a lot of, obviously, faith that goes into that. And so I just joke with you because I think it's a joke, but I don't actually think you, like, I know that you're at a place where you're like, I see all that's wrong, but also this is something that brings me peace.
Yeah.
And I'm all for people finding peace.
Yeah. And me too. And I wouldn't tell people, you'll find your peace in the Catholic Church. I wouldn't tell people that.
Yeah.
Because I haven't lived their experience. I don't know if they would.
Mm-hmm.
I can just tell you mine and say, this is how I have. And it feels really rich and fulfilling for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bible makes more sense to me, but
yeah,
doesn't mean I always read it or think. It's not like my whole life revolves around upholding the Catholic Church, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, my thing, I'm kind of just all over the place, really.
I don't think so.
Really?
No.
I feel like maybe it's just because my brain's messy. I'm like, I don't know if that came out right or.
No, I think that it all makes sense. I think there's a clear line of like where you've gotten to where you are. I mean, maybe not a clear line, but I think you explained it well of like, this is what I questioned, so I tried this. And then I questioned this, so I tried this. And then I found peace here.
Yeah.
And I think you did a good job of explaining that.
Thank you so much. Yes, I have found peace being the Catholic Church. And it's been 7 months.
Wow.
Crazy. It's the longest time I've been in church consistently since I was 17.
Jeez.
I know. Crazy.
Well, Jasmine, thank you for sharing your deconstruction experience and all of that.
Yeah. Does it count as deconstruction if I...
It's so I saw something that was like deconstruction's not the thing that you should be scared of. It's the fear of you not reconstructing. I think when you start with one faith and you start kind of like questioning things and pulling things out, you're deconstructing that faith.
Yeah,
and then you have to restruct what you deconstructed. So like, I think that you have, I mean, in the last 7 months, reconstructed what you were deconstructing.
For sure.
And yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
so,
cool. Well, thank you. It was a pleasure.
So, Jasmine, I think it might be time. It might be time for you to go off, Queen.
Oh, man. I'm going to talk about Virgin Mary.
Okay.
I love Our Lady because the ladybug was named after Mary. I don't know if you know that. Our Lady of the Bug. Yeah. Because some farmers, their crops were going bad in England in like 1500 or something, and they prayed, and these bugs came down, and the harvest was protected, and so they say that Our Lady sent them down to protect the fields. Anyway, super random. I see ladybugs all the time. I love ladybugs. And I think she's kind of rock and roll.
Mm-hmm. I think she's great. We've talked about this before. Like, I mean, obviously, like, to find favor with the Lord is not easy to do.
Not at all.
And then to be willing to do such a big task and like not even question it.
Yeah.
And then to deal with Jesus's sassiness.
Yeah.
Like, woman, it is not yet my time.
Yeah.
And like, did you not know I would be in my Father's house?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus was sassy. And like,
yeah.
I think raising a kid's hard. Imagine raising Jesus.
Yeah, I think the thing that makes me most emotional is like, there's actually different months dedicated to Mary as well. So my birthday's in September. And in September is the month of Our Lady of Seven Sorrows, because 7 sorrows pierced her heart.
Yeah.
And so, and I feel like I have had a lot of sorrows my whole life. And so I really resonate with that. And I just think about, at the cross, she have flashbacks of her baby.
Yeah.
And like, she's having,
that's like the whole
crazy
concept behind Mary, Did You Know?
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Mary, did you know?
It's so good. I mean, she probably knew. She probably knew about that.
She did know because Jesus told her, but like, I still think that song is like so good at centering us and reminding us of like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah.
And they were human too, or at least we're told. I don't. I hope so.
Anyway.
But anyway, sorry. I got like super religious today.
That's okay.
Cried a little bit. Mary does make me emotional though.
Yeah, that's fair. The first Christmas that really meant anything new to me was the year I had my kid. Was the first Christmas that like I'm holding my 5-month-old boy.
Dang.
And I'm looking at him and thinking, Mary, did you know?
Yeah.
Like, when you were me, did you know?
Yeah.
That like all of these things would happen? Yeah. And so like that was the first year that Mary, did you know, made me cry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
So
there's
good.
a lot of beauty in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of beauty in Mary and Jesus and, you know, some of the other people in the Bible. But yeah, so
I think if I can say this real quick, and really this is what I think has solidified me with, you know, the route of, you know, Catholicism or whatever, is I always felt like the suffering and all the things I went through were meaningless, and I didn't know what to do with it. I was just like, here, I don't know what to do with this. And they talk a lot about redemptive suffering and offering it up, and you know, what does that look like? Like, how do I offer this up? And
yeah,
it's, for the sake of someone else. So take this pain and make it for the good of another. And that has given me so much peace because I'm like, oh, it's not all for nothing.
Yeah, I like the tangibility of Catholicism. Like, I like lighting the candles when you pray for someone. I like, I like the tradition and the, you know, walking in and doing that and the kneeling and the standing. Like, I like all of that because it makes it tangible.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that the Protestant church really lacks is like ways to like feel.
Yeah.
And like have your senses alerted
exactly,
to.
Yeah.
So I think it makes a lot of sense to really like Catholicism. I've always found it really interesting.
Yeah.
I hate their healthcare.
Yeah.
Like it's rough. But I do find Catholicism very interesting.
Yeah. And I didn't realize on Christmas Eve I went to a Protestant service because a family member asked me to, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll go. And funny thing, I have a miraculous medal, and it has Mary on it. As I was walking in, my medal broke.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, woo woo. Of course my woo woo was coming out. And then I was in there and I'm like, like, what do I do? It was so my nervous system was overloaded because it's like animatronics and, you know, like all the different things, and there's no crucifix, and I didn't realize how overstimulating and how shocking it is to the nervous system. I'm like, oh yes, this is why I like to go to the Catholic Church, because it's calming and centering.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's what Rachel Held Evans, who I talked about last week, that's what she would argue all the time is like, if you want people in church, stop making it a show.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about that today.
Stop making it a show. Calm it down.
Yeah.
And preach the gospel.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, yeah. Okay, so I have a game for us to play. Okay. So it's called Pancake or Waffle. So I'm going to think of something like a plant, right? And you're going to ask me, okay, is it closer to a pancake or a waffle?
Okay.
And I'm going to say a plant closer to a waffle. And then you're going to say, okay, so is it closer to a light or a microphone? And you'll be like, and I would say, probably closer to a microphone.
Okay.
And then it will go like back and forth.
Is it like I Spy, but
kind of, but you have to figure out what I'm thinking of. Okay, hold on. Let me think of something really quick. Okay, I'm ready.
Lesbians.
I'm ready.
Is it more like a pancake or a waffle?
It's more like a pancake.
Is it this table?
No.
Okay.
Keep asking questions.
Okay, is it, do I just have to ask that each time?
No, you have to ask an either or. So is it more like a table or a carpet?
Oh, okay. Is it more like a table or a carpet?
It's more like a carpet.
Is it the carpet? Okay, is it more like a candle or headphones?
More like a candle? It can also be like a living thing. Like it's not just not. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Is it more like me or this chair?
More like you.
Oh no. What in here is living?
It's not in this room.
Oh, I was thinking it was in this room.
No, it's just a random thing.
Oh my gosh.
It's more like you.
Okay, is it more like a dog or a cat?
It's more like a dog.
Is it a cow?
It's not a cow.
Is it more like a dog or I don't know.
It's Evie.
Wait, I said, is it a dog?
You said, is it more like a dog or a cat? And I said, it's a dog. It's more like a dog.
Yeah, and I said, is it a dog?
No, you said, is it a cow?
Oh, that is what I said. Oh, okay. Is it your dog, Evelyn?
Yeah, it's Evelyn Gia.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway.
Wow, where did you find that?
It's a game that we used to play with youth.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I was not euthanized by you.
And it's a car game too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Should I try it with you?
Yeah. Is it more like a pancake or a waffle?
Waffle.
Okay. Is it more like a waffle or a car?
Waffle.
Okay. Is it more like a waffle or like a carpet?
Carpet.
Okay. Is it more like a carpet or is it more like fur?
Carpet.
Is it more like a carpet or is it more like an electrical outlet?
Electrical outlet. I got way too excited about that.
Is it more like an electrical outlet or is it more like a light?
Electrical outlet.
Okay. Is it more like an electrical outlet or is it more like headphones?
Electrical outfit.
Outfit? Is it more like an electrical outlet or is it more like a camera?
Electrical outlet.
Okay. Is it more like an electrical outlet or is it more like a charger?
Electrical outlet.
Okay. Is it more like an electrical outlet or more like a candle?
Electrical outlet.
Is it more like an
Sorry.
electrical outlet or is it more like... Oh, gosh.
I'm so sorry. I think I picked too hard of one.
A screw?
A screw.
It's more like a screw. Okay. Is it more like a screw or is it more like a brick that you plug in?
A screw.
Okay.
I think this is. I think I'm a Neanderthal. I think I'm taking you way off track.
Is it more like a screw or is it more like me?
Oh my god. In what way? No, I want to say a screw.
Okay.
If we can go back to electrical outlets, so we feel like that's closer. I'm sorry.
I don't know what else to
Think
say.
of it. Think of it home.
Is it an outlet cover?
No.
I give up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Is a refrigerator. I'm sorry.
I would have said that a refrigerator was way more like a light than an outlet.
Oh, really? I was just thinking you plug a You know, well, Wesley said the other day, Jasmine, you think in terms of opposite. If I'm saying... yeah.
Anyway, well, I
Good
guess
try.
I'll bring a new game next week because we do not think similarly enough for this game.
Or the Neanderthal game.
Oh,
I
my
really
goodness.
am... I think I'm autistic. Genuinely.
Big thing in sky, not moon or not sun. Stepson.
Yeah, my bad.
Anyway. Thanks for tuning in this week for our second episode of Deconstruction.
Yeah.
If you like us, like, comment, subscribe,
Share with all your friends.
rate us.
Yeah. Write us a
Thank you
review.
to the third person that rated us on Spotify.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but thank you.
I was thinking it might be Wesley.
I don't think it was Wesley.
Oh, okay, great. Well, thanks, guys.
Because Wesley listens on YouTube.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. And if your friends ask, where can I find the podcast? Tell them anywhere.
Yeah, literally anywhere.
Amazon, Apple, Spotify, YouTube.
Yep.
All of them.
Instagram. And then it's all linked in Instagram as well.
Heck yeah.
Don't forget to be the Leslie Nope that your community needs.
And don't forget to be a villager.
Be a good villager. And don't force your faith onto other people.
Okay, thanks.
Bye!